Football, the most prominent sport in the globe, has produced some great heroes who have gone above and beyond the requirements of the game to leave a lasting impression on football supporters. Is it even feasible to choose the greatest football players in history? True excellence in a sportsman is demonstrated by their ability to perform under pressure and continuously produce when it counts. As a result, the final two elements have received a little bit more weight. Without further ado, let's look at the top 10 greatest footballers of all time. 10. George Best. George Best's career was plagued by drinking problems, but his talent was almost unparalleled. Famed for his dribbling abilities, he won the 1968 European Cup, now the Champions League, and 2 league titles during his time with Manchester United. As an attacking midfielder, he scored a remarkable 205 goals in 579 games, and he won the Ballon d'Or in 1968. As Northern Ireland has never been a force in international football, he never made an impact on that stage. At the age of 28, his alcoholism sent his career into rapid decline, and he never achieved as much as his talent promised. 9. Ronaldo Nazario. The most incredible player in football history is our Brazilian star, Ronaldo Nazario. The legend has many trophies in his stack. He won FIFA World Cup twice. He won 2 La Liga titles, a UEFA Cup, and many more. He got 2 Ballon d'Or titles in 1997 and 2002, 3 times FIFA World Player of the Year award, the Golden Ball at the World Cup in 1988, Serie A Footballer of the Year in 1998, and 2 Pichichi trophies. 8. Alfredo di Stefano. The Oquenses. The Spanish legend Alfredo di Stefano was a player from Real Madrid. He won 5 European Cups in 1964 for Real Madrid. The team won 8 La Liga titles, 5 Pichichi awards, and 2 Ballon d'Or awards. He scored 267 goals in 348 appearances for Real Madrid. 7. Zinedine Zidane. Zidane's strengths were his individual skill, ball control, physical strength, and passing. His best performances were often in the most decisive games, demonstrating a character not seen in many other sportsmen. As a midfielder, he scored 159 goals in 789 games. With France, Zidane won the 1998 World Cup and the 2000 European Championships. With Juventus and Real Madrid, he won 3 league titles and 1 European Cup. After retiring, Zidane brought his intelligence to football management, guiding Real Madrid to 3 consecutive European Cups. 6. Franz Beckenbauer. Franz Beckenbauer is a German footballer who began his professional playing career as a forward and midfielder. In switching to defense, he changed soccer forever, becoming the greatest defender in history and inspiring countless players worldwide to follow in his footsteps. It is without a doubt that Beckenbauer went on to become one of the greatest soccer players and coaches of all time. In 1974, he won the FIFA World Cup as a captain and again in 1990 as manager. 5. Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff, a legendary player, began his career at Ajax, where he won the Dutch championship 6 times. He helped Ajax win 3 European Cups from 1971 to 1973. Cruyff later transferred to Barcelona, where he helped them win their first La Liga since 1960. At the 1974 FIFA World Cup, he was named Player of the Tournament. Cruyff returned to Ajax in 1981, winning 2 more Dutch championships, and in his final season he played for rivals Feyenoord, showcasing his exceptional acceleration and vision of the game. 4. Pele. All of Brazilian football is geared towards embodying the spirit of Pele. Anything you've ever seen a Brazilian footballer do well, it is because Pele has done it before them. He is arguably the greatest ever player on the international stage, with 77 goals for Brazil in just 92 games with 3 World Cups to his name. Pele's legacy is an interesting one. There are those who scrunch up their faces at Pele's records, most particularly his claimed 1281 goals in 1363 games line, when in fact a tranche of those games were exhibition showpieces against far weaker opposition. However, his record excluding those games remains immense. He notched a reported 643 goals for Santos in 659 games across an 18-year spell before taking his talents to the US with New York Cosmos to wrap up his career. 3. Diego Maradona. Rarely is a player deified in the way Maradona has been by fans on both sides of the Atlantic. Argentina is awash with tributes to their greatest son, while the streets of Naples, Italy, remain awash with Maradonaism in response to their icon, their legend, their saint. The diminutive Argentine forward boasted a low center of gravity and the outrageous technical ability that could see him drift by players in unstoppable fashion. Maradona's intensity and direct running ability made him a menace for all who dared oppose him. This intensity not only struck fear into the hearts of opposition, but it emboldened teammates around him to raise their level, like an army general in the heat of battle. 2. Cristiano Ronaldo. To fully appreciate Ronaldo's greatness, you need to zoom out and not let his shambolic 2022 antics cloud your judgment of him. In time, once his career is all said and done, Cristiano will have more than earned his seat at the top table of all-time greats. I know I said stats aren't everything, and trophies aren't everything, but when they are largely the result of one man, the most ferocious competitor in the history of football, they become incredibly difficult to ignore. Ronaldo has lit up the Premier League, La Liga, and Serie A, claiming each nation's domestic title and cup trophy. He boasts 5 Champions League titles across 2 teams and lifted the European Championship trophy with Portugal. In each of those seasons, in every triumph, Ronaldo will have produced a clutch moment of brilliance. Last-minute penalties, no problem. Thunderous strikes against the run of play, sordid, fire and brimstone performances that could turn the tide against the odds. Ronaldo's career has been a masterclass in winning. His never-say-die attitude and matchday mentality at his prime was unrivaled. The 38-year-old's inability to age gracefully should not detract from 2 decades of mounting evidence to suggest he will go down as the greatest European footballer of all time. 1. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is a legendary footballer who has scored 816 goals and 357 assists in 1034 games for club and country. His goal contribution is 73 minutes every 73 minutes, averaging over 20 years' worth of matches. Messi's touch is extraordinary, applying the correct weight to every delicate tap like a fine artist working on their masterpiece. His measured passing ability is the greatest of all time, and he has the ability to split a defense like nobody else. When he doesn't feel like passing through, Messi turns the world's greatest defenders inside out, leaving few prisoners. He has shown great selflessness in the past, cutting the ball back with pin-sharp accuracy or sliding, dinking, or flicking the ball over the keeper. In every great chance he creates, Messi gives himself a multiple-choice question about how he'd like to score in that given moment. His magic makes us all love football, and it will continue to be a privilege until the day he hangs up his boots. And with this, we reach the end of today's video. What do you think about today's video? Share your opinion. Do let us know in the comments section below. And if you liked today's video, give us a thumbs up and do not forget to hit the subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and press the bell icon for more upcoming videos. We'll see you next time with a newer video. Stay tuned and take care.